abcreview.com.
Hello, world. You need to meet Dr. Len Saputo, who believes in the radical idea that doctors should be healing their patients rather than pushing expensive drugs and procedures. He walks his talk at the Health Medicine Center in Walnut Creek, California, where an interdisciplinary team restores and maintains the health of their patients. He is the author of the highly acclaimed book, A Return to Healing, Radical Healthcare Reform and the Future of Medicine. Dr. Len, tell us about this new healthcare paradigm that you're so passionate about and how you came to develop it.
Thank you, Miriam. Yeah, health medicine is what we've come up with. And the reason that we've come up with this is because there are problems that we face in medicine today that are really big deals. We can't afford the cost of healthcare anymore. The safety of medicine has been called into question, and too many of us are sick. About 50% of America have a chronic disease now.
Wow.
So I had to do something that was different. And back in the early 90s, I met with a group of different kinds of practitioners, and we came up with this idea that we could work together in an integrative way and look at the whole person. So we looked at body, mind, emotion, and spirit, and considered people one thing rather than four pieces. And then we looked at it from the point of view of what they wanted to do so that we're really person sensitive. And then, of course, look at prevention. So I was highly motivated to make some kind of shift because I was seeing how my patients weren't getting better, and that the paradigm that looks at people when they're sick rather than when they're well is a mistake. We really need to be looking at wellness and prevention and nutrition and natural therapies and use lifestyle as our primary form of medicine.
Pretty radical. What do you think of the health? What do you think of the healthcare reform that's being proposed by Congress? What would you recommend?
What healthcare reform? I don't see any healthcare reform there. What I see is a bit of economic reform and a bit of insurance reform, but not much. I think America is so outraged by what's happening in healthcare today that we're beginning to really question Congress. I think we're looking at a corporate democracy now where we see our Congress people accepting bribes from big business, particularly big pharma, and from the insurance industry. In just this past year, $500 million was spent lobbying or bribing Congress people. So I don't see anything much happening except really protecting the insurance industries for the most part, but a little bit of shift from the point of view of seeing some kind of restrictions placed on them. And I think we'll see some of that. Insurance companies won't be able to cherry pick their patients. If you have a pre-existing condition now, I think you'll be accepted. And in addition, I think if you're in the hospital, they're not going to cut your insurance away. So we've got to move from a sick care system that depends on spending lots of money to a wellness system where we do this lifestyle management, and the insurance companies need to support that.
Yeah, I think you're giving voice to something we've all been feeling. What do you see as the future of medicine?
Well, I think that people need to go back to the grassroots level. We need to take responsibility ourselves. Healthcare is not something that's solved by a purple pill that you see in a direct-to-consumer ad. This is something where you have to eat right, exercise every day, get enough sleep, reduce your stress, weigh what you should, and above all, have a meaningful purpose in your life. If we'll do all those things, we won't be sick. We won't see the epidemic of chronic diseases. We won't see the high cost of healthcare. That'll come screeching to a stop within 2 or 3 years. So I see personal responsibility that comes from the grassroots level, where we take our own healthcare into our own hands rather than depending on some kind of pill to take care of a problem for us.
Dr. Len, that's a message that everybody should take to heart. What is the website of your book and your foundation?
Well, the Health Medicine Forum is the foundation, and that's at healthmedicine.org. And the book information can be gotten at areturntohealing.com. There's a blog there and a lot of information that's free for anybody who comes to the site, as well as a few free chapters so people get an idea what's in the book.
Great. Thank you so much for your work. Bye.
Thank you, Miriam. It's great to be a part of New Consciousness Review.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.